All right. I think that probably did it. Let's double check with the chat. Can you see or hear me right now? Thank you, Lenina. Excellent. Well. Hello, everybody. And welcome back to Paleontologizing. It's wonderful to have you here. So glad you could join me here in the beautiful, austere desert of eastern Utah near the town of Moab. We're out digging dinosaurs again today. And I'm glad you can witness this and take part in it to the extent that that's possible through the chat. I'm glad you're here. For anybody who's here for the very first time, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. You probably know already that a paleontologist is a fossil scientist. That's me. I work on fossils. I work on dinosaur fossils in particular. That's what we're digging up here, and that's what I study. That's what I publish on in the scientific literature. Not all paleontologists work on dinosaurs. In fact, the vast majority of us do not work on dinosaurs. Paleontology is the study of fossils in general. But I'm really lucky to be here with a crew of fellow dinosaur paleontologists and volunteers. And we've got what we think is probably a brand new species or new genus of iguanodontian dinosaur from the very, very beginning of the Cretaceous period. From the lowermost Cedar Mountain Formation, the lower part of the lower Yellow Cat member of the Cedar Mountain Formation, about 142 million years old. So it's important stuff, and I'm excited to share it with you. The whole point of these broadcasts, as I've said many, many times, is to do science outreach. To, show you science up close and personal. Show you how we do it. To walk you through the process, let you ask questions. Just, kind of immerse you in that. This is the real deal. Unscripted, live. Ask any questions you want. That's the bread and butter of these streams. And now that I'm much less sleep deprived than yesterday, hopefully I'll do a much better job of answering your questions than I did yesterday. Yesterday was a little rough. It kind of was. Didn't realize until after the stream was done. Like, oh boy, it's a little low energy yesterday. We'll try and make up for that today. I'm glad you're here, everybody. And Dyson Dinosaur, thank you for the raid. Holy cow. Welcome. And it's good to have you here. Filippo, I hope you're doing well. I hope your stream was wonderful. If anybody in the chat right now is not currently following Dyson Dinosaur, you're missing out. The only other real-life dinosaur paleontologist that I know of on Twitch. So go give him a follow. Check out his streams, especially if you speak Italian or English, because he's fluent in both. Check him out. And Alex DD, how are you doing? Welcome. And Wadoku says, what kind of fossils do most paleontologists work on if it's not dinosaurs? Anything. So fossils are just the preserved remains of ancient living things. That's everything from fossilized bacteria to whales, from redwood trees to frogs. If there was a living thing that left record of its existence in the rocks, then there's a paleontologist who studies that. So dinosaurs are just the very tip of the iceberg. And I want to make that very clear. As a dinosaur paleontologist, I don't want people to walk away from these streams or click away from these streams with the impression that paleontology means dinosaurs, because it usually doesn't. Dinosaurs are just a small part of our science, but it's the part that I work on as a dinosaur paleontologist. Dr. Hubbs says mollusks here. There you go. Yeah. Invertebrate paleontology is, it's a very populous group there, I'd say. Invert paleontologists. There are probably more invertebrate paleontologists in the world than there are vertebrate paleontologists, I would imagine. And howdy to you too, Salamander. I'm glad you could be here. I hope you're doing well. Paleo Lord, hello. And Galara Dragon asks, are there many more plant fossils than animal? It depends how you count them, I guess. What's your definition of a plant? Like, are phytoplankton plants? Because if so, they might outnumber zooplankton, and thus they might, plants might outnumber animal fossils. It depends on how you define things, I suppose. I don't know. That's a good question. And would a paleontologist that studies fossilized rocks be a rock paleontologist? That'd just be a geologist, Baha Spencer. But yeah. And Crimson Carnotaurus wants to know, is the paleontology community spread thin across different areas of the field? You mean like different field areas? I would say so. Yeah, we're the only group working in this valley right here, but they're, I think one of Lindsay Zano's crews is currently just maybe a couple hundred miles away here in Utah, working in the upper part of the Cedar Mountain Formation, in the Mustn't Touch It member of the Cedar Mountain Formation. So same geologic formation we're working in, but like 40 million years later. Something like that. Yeah. It's funny how those formations work. The Cedar Mountain really should get broken up, I imagine. But, I don't know. Some of these layers are pretty thin out here. But yeah, let's see. And palynology? Yeah, Dr. Hubbs? Oh, yeah. Yeah, shoot. If individual pollen grains count as plant fossils, which of course they do, then yeah, I would say plant fossils probably far outnumber those of animal fossils. It's a good point, Dr. Hubbs. Thank you. Yeah. And, but yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Let's go ahead and check out the quarry. First, I don't see anybody super new here in the chat, but we'll just walk briefly by our setup here on the way to the quarry. This is the reason we can broadcast from out here in the middle of nowhere. And, yeah, the satellite dish, router, solar battery, shade tarp, and solar panels. Good stuff. And Shamu the Orca, hello to you. Welcome to Paleontologizing. Indo says, I hope you'll find a bone today. Thank you. I found a couple of little tiny bone nuggets, but nothing worth collecting today so far. But I was trying to get ready for today's stream by just clearing away a lot of the overlying rock, so that hopefully I'll be working through the bone layer on stream today, and maybe we'll find something. But speaking of finding stuff, holy cow, Ethan has got a whole plethora of bones over here. And he's working on trenching around some of these so he can get them collected. I think that's the ilium right there that he's working on.
This is a little baby ilium, or a hip bone from an iguanodont.
Very nice.
So this is the front, this little spike.
Yeah.
This is the back, and then this notch, which you can't really see very well, but this is the hole where the thigh or femur bone attached. So this is the hip socket.
Good stuff.
And then here's a giant limb bone right here.
Oh, did you find that one today?
Just now, yeah.
Nice. Holy cow.
So it goes from here, and it's diving under there more. So it's very large.
Good
Here,
stuff.
The surface right here is pretty visible.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Really dark there. But yeah, it's like very wide.
That is a big individual.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
On the ilium anterior.
So we've got
Front, back.
a whole bunch of individuals in this quarry, not just paleontologists and volunteers. I'm talking about individual iguanodont dinosaurs, all disarticulated.
Yeah.
Young ones and old ones, big ones and small ones,
Seems like it's like more
all scattered. Their bones just scattered all over the place in here, disarticulated. So yeah. Holy cow.
Holy
That's
cow
awesome,
of the
Ethan.
Cretaceous.
Holy. Oh.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And George Enjoyer says, I hope in millions of years someone will find me like this. I mean, you got to get yourself buried in a depositional environment if you want to become a fossil. So, like Jim says...
Down by the docks.
Yeah. Want to foul a Johnny Iguani. Put you down there in the mud. It'd be like Louisiana Bayou, Mississippi Delta. Those are like depositional environments. That's where you've got rock being deposited. Like all of this sediment going down the Mississippi River and burying a bunch of stuff in there. That's a beautiful environment to become a fossil. So,
go out on a boat, go to the Gulf there, out in the Delta.
Yeah.
Attach some concrete to your legs.
There you go.
Send yourself down.
Yeah, very nice. The old cinder block shoes.
Well, better than my shows.
Oh, and Lenina's saying hello to you, Ken. Yeah, Ken's back in the quarry with us today. Good to have him here. And Morgan also says, how do you analyze bones after you've finished excavation? What was your most surprising find that was uncovered after the excavation? Ooh, shoot. So when we're working on these bones in the laboratory, we call that prep work, fossil preparation. So we open up these plaster jackets like that, And then we slowly remove the surrounding matrix, the rock that surrounds the bone. You know, we glue things together. We do our very best to like stabilize stuff so that it can sit on a museum shelf for ages and ages and not fall apart. Yeah, and then if it's scientifically important, hopefully somebody is there to study it, which is already in process for this bone bed here. Some of you were able to meet Karen Poole earlier in the summer when she was here in the quarry with us. And she's going to be she's already studying this iguanodont dinosaur, looking at a bunch of the bones that we've collected in previous summers.
And so we're going to work hard on that quadrate.
Yeah!
That's the first one we've got for this animal.
Nice, you got that up, Jim?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Got a picture of it for her to use in her poster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Skull bone's really useful.
Yeah.
We have first example, and it's not unsurprisingly looking like a bit like Iguanocolossus, but smaller.
Interesting. Potentially the ancestor of that critter? I mean...
No, this may be the ancestor of that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
one's
certainly
a little
older.
older, yeah.
Yeah, nice. How soon do you think we can get that open and cleaned in the lab?
Probably when we get back on.
Nice.
Should open it, because I'd put a high priority on that one.
Beautiful.
She's doing something on it.
Good stuff. That's the same quadrate that we were looking at yesterday, chat, if you remember that. One of the skull bones from like the back of the skull. Important
This thing,
stuff.
you know what it is, so that's also, to me, kind of a high priority.
That was the thing that you thought might be a vomer?
Yeah, or palatine, or
Yeah.
ectopterygoid, or some in the palate.
Nice.
Always, I don't know what it is. It's probably in the palate.
You said that's your go-to for something
Yeah,
that's
for,
like...
for little, pretty, weird little, it's a complete bone, whatever it is.
Nice.
Normally I can tell what those are.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right.
You're getting some greetings in the chat. Everybody says, Papa Jim.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's been a good couple days.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe what these guys have been finding over here.
Yeah, holy cow.
One after another.
Pretty awesome.
Holy moly.
Yeah, for anybody just joining us, that's Jim Kirkland, state paleontologist for the state of Utah. And he's been digging dinosaurs here on the Colorado Plateau for 51 years now, right?
51.
Holy cow.
First dig. As a student.
Yeah. Everyone in chat says hello. All right, what do you got going over here, Doug?
I think we looked at this yesterday. There's a vertebra.
Nice.
A couple other things going in here. Long bones. I'm going to try to see if I can get this at least cap today, maybe pulled out.
Nice.
I think I'll get that out today.
Cool.
Here.
Yeah. We're getting a little bit of wind. Not as bad as yesterday so far. Let's cross our fingers it stays that way. Yeah. Let me go on over to my corner of the quarry. Let me get back to work. Fish are over here encroaching on my space. Yeah. So I spent the whole morning clearing away this nice clean surface here so I can dig in and who knows, might find something good. That's the hope. So try to set this down in such a way that it will not tumble over. Alright, let me get my water too before I forget.
Oh, you're back on.
I am?
Yep.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. The live view encoder just decided to forget the internet credentials all of a sudden and reset itself, so that was really dumb. Sorry about that. Live broadcast. Anything can happen.
There was a question in there, what's the most common dinosaur found in Utah?
Oh,
They wanted to...
that is a good question. Shoot. Most common dinosaur found in Utah. It would probably either have to be Camarasaurus or Allosaurus, I would imagine. But that sounds like a question for Jim, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Got a question for you, Jim, if you got a minute. What's the most common dinosaur found in Utah, you think?
Ooh, man.
I thought maybe Camarasaurus or Allosaurus.
Allosaurus. Yeah? We got, 56 Allosaurus.
All from Cleveland Lloyd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few others scattered around.
Uh-huh.
Dinosaur National Monument. They got a couple.
Yeah.
A few places. Oh, down at Burpee. They got.
Mm-hmm.
But Lambia might end up being the most abundant. I don't know how many Lambia have been excavated, but it's so common when they find them. They
Up in the mustn't touch it.
and walk away.
Yeah. It's just not worth collecting. They're so common.
It's only
funny.
been named for 15 years.
Uh huh.
I was like, okay, we got enough of these. We don't.
That's really cool. I mean, you could do some neat population studies on them. You could
growth
look
series.
at stratigraphic variation. Yeah.
Yeah, if they range through the whole thing, do the change. It's 1.5 million, 2 million year interval.
Right.
So, no, there's a lot. It's when you have those kind of populations,
Yeah.
you can do things with them.
Like with Triceratops in the Hell Creek.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, when you have this kind of material, they become hallmark dinosaurs because we'll start knowing so much about them.
Yeah.
And everyone will get bored.
That's what's going to happen with our
new one.
iguanodont here. Yeah.
Don't have a name on this one yet, but it will be well known once it's described in full.
Nice. Cool. Thanks, Jim.
Hey.
And Andrew Memorex asks, can science guess how old each dinosaur was? We don't have to guess. Science is about testing things, So, one of the ways that you can actually test, like, how old was a dinosaur when it died? How many years did it have under its belt? How mature was it? However you want to say that. You can actually test that by cutting the bones open and counting the growth rings, kind of like you do with a tree. Count those lines of arrested growth. And you can get a fairly solid number on that, which is really important. Pandora says, I could listen to Jim talk for hours. Well, lucky you. We're lucky enough to be able to.
I guarantee it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Turn this a little bit so you can see better over there too.
Whoa! Corey, are you on? People probably don't know what that is. But
Alright, so I've got this nice clean dance floor all set aside for today's stream, so let's dig in. See if I find anything.
Scroll it briefly to see how it works.
Oh, this one? Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a gift from chat.
Peeled into a temp
And then where did my old
Danny.
hickory go? Yeah.
I just peeled into a tempskia.
Ooh, let's take a look at that.
I'll peel that in more. It's got to be a trunk. These are so hard to study because they're just so partly preserved.
Yeah.
But you can see all the pseudo roots
Uh-huh.
that make up the fake stem, trunk.
It's almost a big tree fern type thing, right? But
Yeah,
different.
similar. Yeah, because it's growing up, and then off the stem roots come down,
Uh-huh.
and the roots build up and make a pseudo trunk,
Yeah.
and then fronds come off this thing.
Huh.
This is the side of a trunk that is right under our stuff. I just peeled this up,
Nice.
and
Can we take a close look at it?
oh yeah,
Very nice.
you go.
142 million year old tree.
Well, not really a
fern,
tree,
whatever you call it.
yeah.
Kind of a weird.
But these are, I always nickname them proto-tempskia,
Yeah.
because I think these are about the oldest in the world. But it goes right all through into the base of the Upper Cretaceous.
Uh huh.
So it's very common in Europe, North America. There are various species.
Yeah.
And this thing is being worked on by a young paleobotanist at the Perot Museum in Dallas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Working on this stuff. And hopefully she'll come out and join us at some point, maybe next year,
Uh-huh.
to collect some of her own samples.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to follow this, I think. See if it's worthy of...
So Zook says it's refreshing to listen to people who know what they're talking about. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, we try. Yeah.
This is still a lot of guesswork on this plant, but it's a major component of this ecosystem.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're not as well preserved as they are elsewhere.
Do we have like complete ones from other places? Given that we
Oh,
know
yeah.
morphology, yeah.
Yeah. We got a pretty complete trunk, little trunk. It's a little one. They get to 10 feet.
Uh-huh.
But I got a little trunk on exhibit at John Wesley Powell.
Oh, nice.
That I donated to him. That
Yeah.
someone gave to me, and I thought, well, this would do better at this little museum.
Uh-huh.
So they got a pretty complete one there.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're very abundant in the Natarita,
Yeah.
and the upper Cedar Mountain, but down here, much less so. So and they're so old. I mean, people say, well, they shouldn't be down there. Well, they are.
Here they are, yeah.
And they seem
Can't
to be
argue with
pretty
that.
primitive.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Cool. Thanks, Jim. Neat. Yeah, so again, we're not just collecting dinosaurs here. We're trying to gain a more or less complete picture of this entire ecosystem. That includes the plants. Very important components of this ancient biome.
Flipping this up, it's pretty deep. Just trying to get sharp rocks.
Yeah, cool. All right, now I got to find. That's probably my old hickory down there. A little wooden ice pick. Okay. Put this here, let's say. That should do it. A little bit more like this. There we go. Okay, let's cut in. What's down here? On bones. Oh, Casey Snort says, I picked up that paleobotany book that Jim recommended. Excited to start digging in. Nice. I think it was the Tidwell one.
Yeah, sure. It's a nice handy book.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, it's awesome, Casey. Yeah. And Flash says, can anybody come dig for dinosaurs or plants? I mean, maybe not anybody, but, most people. There's a bunch of different crews around the country and around the world who would love to have volunteers. Just kind of got to know who to ask.
Email your local museum.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. I've got some resources there in the chat for you too. Thank you, Charlie's Dragon,
This is about
for pulling that up.
yeah, that little Hershey's Kiss thing that I thought was a bone.
One of the really cool things about our science is that you can make major contributions and really important discoveries while being a volunteer. While being an enthusiastic amateur, while being somebody who just comes out and helps do field work or works in the laboratory. Paleontology is a pretty accessible science that way, maybe compared to other branches of science, like, say, physics or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there are amateur physicists who make major contributions to the science. But I don't know. It's not like you're going to be out walking your dog in the middle of the Utah desert and you end up stumbling upon a new subatomic particle or something like that. Whereas that does happen with dinosaurs. And DMWing says, nah, anyone can do quantum mechanics. Yeah, it's pretty easy stuff. Let's see. And Zook, yeah, Jurassic Park's a great film. It does hold up in a lot of ways. Yeah. And Andrew Memorex, one of those backpack streams. That's exactly what I've got, Andrew Memorex, except the backpack is too big. I have this. You know? Yeah. This is better. Because it's smaller. Let's see. Pandora says, I bet my work isn't as hard as yours. Is with how much you have to study bones and the past. I mean,
Was that the color?
I don't know.
What about the green?
Or was that the
What's your
color
work?
you liked?
I don't know, it's fine.
But if that's meant as a compliment, I appreciate it. I don't know. Paleontology isn't rocket surgery. Because rocket surgery is done indoors in an air-conditioned environment. You know? They don't have to deal with conditions like these. Probably get paid a lot better, too, those rocket surgeons. Yeah. Pandora says, all I do is write code and hope it works. Nice.
I got the impression it was more than
Came off. Are you serious?
I just don't need it right now. We've got this lovely shade. But yeah, I am serious. Let's find some bones here. this one, bud?
There's like 3 or 4 of them over here, so.
I think that's the one I was using, but if it's all the same to you, it's all the same to me.
Yeah.
FNT, oh, FN Tire Guy says, was there a promise of bones here, or is it all just luck? Both? I mean, neither? I don't know. This is an established site that we've been working for a number of years. So, this is my 3rd year, actually, I guess our 3rd year working here in this particular quarry. And there have been, you know, dinosaur fossils coming out of this valley floor for, well, I'm sure for thousands of years. But Jim and Don and some other people discovered this site about 20 years ago, something like that?
Well, I first came in here in 1990. Probably not, or maybe 91.
91?
Yeah.
Wow.
On the tooth bed, you know, over by where our camp is.
Okay.
And at that point, I thought it was the base of the upper yellow cat.
Huh.
It wasn't until 2005 that we had a student, we were digging a Andrew site over by the road.
Uh-huh.
I realized that's a boulder. So I went back over here and finally found one.
Okay. So it was in 2005 that you started working in this part of the bowl and kind of digging in this area? Is that when you found Yurgavuchia?
Let's see, 2006.
2006. 2007 is when we started doing excavation like this.
Okay.
And we've been out here, so this is the 16th of 16 years out of the last 18 we dug here, so
Yeah.
we have thousands of specimens that we've collected now.
We've only named 2 dinosaurs so far, but there are more to come.
Right, including this one. Exciting
I think
stuff.
I estimated before this season it was 450 days.
Huh.
Jim and I have each spent over a year. Which is why I no longer think I want to listen to Jim for hours at a time. And vice versa.
Anteater eating ants. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Good stuff.
Scoopy.
Yeah, these are definitely different bones, but I don't know what. Hopefully it's not going on that.
Highest priority.
And Data 500 says, I wonder if there are any dinosaurs that migrated. We do actually have evidence of that. For a number of different dinosaurs. We know that some dinosaurs nested in colonies, kind of like a lot of modern birds do. So dinosaurs like Maiasaura had these gigantic nesting colonies. You know, hundreds, maybe thousands of individuals. And yeah, so they all would have needed to migrate to that area in order to be able to lay their eggs. So yeah, just having a super high concentration of big plant-eating animals like that, you'd very quickly just eat all of the available plants. So we think that they congregated and then migrated into the nesting grounds. And then we've got evidence of dinosaurs like Centrosaurus, big horned dinosaur, from these massive bone beds, all their bones jumbled up. I think that they probably died crossing a river during a migration. Sort of like wildebeest do today, where sometimes if the river is particularly high, and they, cross in a bad spot, they can kind of, get in each other's way, and a bunch of them will drown. I think that's what happened with these guys. And we know that there are like fresh breaks in the bones. The bones were broken before they were fossilized because they're like spiral fractures. So it shows that they were probably just kind of like trampling each other. Sort of like wildebeest do today on the Serengeti when they're trying to cross a big river and flood. So yeah, we do have evidence of migration in certain dinosaurs at least.
Well, sea turtles can do it. Dinosaurs can do it.
Yeah. Oh, my mom's in the chat. Hello, Mom. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're staying cool over there. Yeah. Clear my surface off over here. Casey Snowart says, this stream must be nice for all the loved ones wanting to check in on all of you from home. Yeah, it is. It is nice, actually. Got proof of life,
Proof of what? You never know. Funding-starved paleontologists might press for.
Looks like the collected pile has grown significantly. You guys must have hit pay dirt. Jody Fish, there's been a ton of bones recently. It's been awesome. And we've got even more coming out. And Zook says, I was watching a video of folks hunting ammonites to make jewelry. Is this frowned upon by the paleo community? They're inverts. They're pretty common generally. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're a lot more common than dinosaurs are, for instance. So,
Make jewelry out of these a little more.
No one would buy it.
Well, these specimens are got the dino bone. Laura said that's the best dino bone for jewelry in the world. Not exactly good thing.
I still feel good when I do this.
oh, because it's radioactive?
Yeah.
In some cases, yeah. Yeah, shoot, that store with all the stuff that got caught being shipped into China, being smuggled. Yeah. And Kayla Levine, how are you doing? Hello, hello. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. It's good to have you here. I was just thinking about that theme song you wrote for me a while back. It'd be nice to maybe use that someday. Yeah, I like the idea with some tinkering. But anyway, I hope you're doing well, Kayla. It's good to have you here. Charlie's Dragon says there was someone apparently selling T-Rex bone jewelry online. I mean, I saw a screenshot of an ad at least. That's probably fake. Toggle ball. I'm gonna double that up over there.
Seated position.
I don't have another one. My seat is
Oh, you don't have another one? Let me grab you one. You need a third? Your long one's good to start with, and then we can pick it up.
Hey.
Alright, good catch, guys.
That was fun.
Yeah, never a dull moment.
That was cool but terrifying to see all the bottoms about 2 or 3 inches off the ground.
Live broadcast, everybody. Netmensch says, it's okay guys, it was just the dinosaur spirits escaping. Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, they love us. We're immortalizing.
Right. Resurrecting them. It's a neat, almost like soliloquy that old Henry Fairfield Osborne wrote about being a paleontologist and how it's like being a big game hunter, except instead of bringing species closer to extinction, you're resurrecting already extinct species. That's neat. If I had it here, I'd read it for you, but I don't. So, another time. Yeah.
I'll have to watch the stream 2 days from now so I can see our faces.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody clipped it, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Casey, for clipping that. Got something? Oh yeah, nice. Mind if I show the camera?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, chat. Fish has got a bone over here. There we go. Nice. I guess it's probably another transverse process from a vertebra, maybe a neural spine.
It looks a little thick for either of those.
You think? Pretty cool. A little short though, we know it doesn't extend down to here. Or up there, but yeah. Neat. Maybe it'll turn into something. Yeah. Jody fished this nice almond, Fisher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got mine too. Right there. Yeah. Ken's got his. Yeah, Ethan's got his. Almond Brothers.
It'd be a little weird if Ethan didn't get one.
What's that?
So it would have been a little weird if Ethan didn't get one.
Suckers.
Then we'd really be a cult.
And Casey Snowart wants to see your almond, Ken. If, oh, hang on, disconnected? What's it doing? Reconnected. Okay, it's just being weird. But, got yours? Can you see that? Let me turn the camera.
Oh, no. I just thought it had crazy wide angles, so.
Yeah, nice. It does have a wide angle. I don't know if it's that wide, though. I'm never, like, quite sure what it's picking up and what it's not. I'm always pleasantly surprised that it, you know, it seems to do really well. Like, people can see things pretty clearly and all that. Yeah. And we could see Ken's outstretched arm without turning the camera. Thank you. Useful information. Yeah. Piece of plant scred in here.
Just one of those eight. That's all.
Freelancer says, you almost wish the wind was a helicopter landing. What, like in Jurassic Park? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Jim?
You know Christian Shelton?
Can't say I do.
Paleontologist. Anyway, he's at Rogers State University in Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
And basically teaching paleo. So he's looking for cast, replicas, anything that could help in their lab. And nothing.
Does that include 3D prints?
Probably not anything.
I could
Anyway,
probably-
I'll email you the details.
Yeah, sounds good. I have some
There's
stuff I
some
could send.
people maybe going on.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll email you the info.
I have some things I can send right away.
Good.
I mean, right away in 2 weeks when I'm home.
Not right now, then.
Yeah. And Data says, question, if you could bring back the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods, which one would you study? Bring back a, like, multi-tens of millions span of time? Do you mean like a particular dinosaur from the Triassic, Jurassic, or Cretaceous? Or, I don't know, could you rephrase your question maybe? I'm not sure I understand.
I want to see a Postosuchus and a Tyrannosaurus fight. I want to see a Carnotaurus and a Rebeccosaurus in a tennis match. Do the tango.
Yeah. And yeah, well shoot. I don't know, if I could study a real-life non-avian dinosaur in person? I got this question back in Wyoming with, I think Matt LaManna and I were both answering the question. I think he said Dreadnoughtus. It's one of the dinosaurs, you know, he helped dig up and publish on. I think I said the correct answer, which would be whatever is the ancestral dinosaur. So like whatever's basal to Eoraptor and Herrerasaurus and Pisanosaurus and whatever else. Yeah, because then you'd be discovering a new dinosaur in the process, you know? Have some idea of like what the basal-most dinosaur is, what dinosaur is ancestral to all others. And you could learn a lot from that. Yeah. Well, if you could study one ecosystem from that time, what would it be? Oh, shoot. You mean like if I could go back in time? I don't know. Probably an ecosystem that's very, very poorly known. Whatever's the most obscure one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a good question. Tapir would like to know, were there giant tapirs at some point?
Yes.
Oh.
It's Megatapirus from the Pleistocene of China.
Holy cow.
Tapir on record.
See?
It's about the size of a rhinoceros.
Fisher the Mammal King here.
Fisher's like, my time has come.
A rhinoceros? What kind of rhino are we talking? Are we talking Javan rhino? Are we talking black rhino?
Black rhinoceros. The rhino that you use for scale, I guess, when you say rhinoceros.
I always use the Sumatran rhino, so I don't know.
Well, that's like the size of an extant tapir.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
I think-
how big a Sumatran rhino is.
Oh yeah, of course. They're so common. No, Javan rhinoceros is my go-to, actually. I lied. Could be, Paraceratherium's a rhino too. Could use that for scale.
It is a running rhinoceros, so it's a Hyracidont.
Which are not related to Hyraxes, who are
No.
Afrotheres.
But they are named after them because of their toe configuration.
Really? Huh.
So Hyraxes have 4 toes on the forefeet and 3 on the hind feet, just like basal perissodactyls, and just
Right.
like extant tapirs.
Nice. So yeah, there you go. Tapirs are really cool. We're gonna do another stream for World Tapir Day next April, I think. So tune in for that. Put it on your calendar. World Tapir Day, I think it's like the 27th or something. Yeah. Anyway, what's the largest tapir? It's probably Baird's tapir, isn't it? Big-
In the modern day,
big,
I actually don't know which one is the biggest.
It's either Baird's or the Malayan tapir.
I guess it'd be the South American tapir, but I don't know for sure.
And thanks for texting me that, Jim. I'll see if I can send him some stuff.
Yeah, there'd be Nelson.
Yeah.
Post and maybe someone,
Cool.
A little bit. I'm going to top check at some of these guys. Have you ever done
Did he study under Holly?
I can show you how.
Holly Woodward?
I'm not sure.
Huh.
We chat on Facebook.
Yeah. She was also
I
in
will watch
Oklahoma,
the
but
Don method.
that's probably not.
I'm jacketed, but I'll watch the Don method.
Oh, you want to learn how to do it right.
As you can tell, humility is one of Don DeBlue's,
Normally,
greatest
it
attributes.
comes to plaster.
And the Malayan tapir is the biggest extant tapir, according to Wikipedia. Thank you, Charlie's Dragon. They're the ones with the, they're the black and white tapirs, I believe. They get pretty honkin' big. Yeah. Dr. Terra says, a few years ago I discovered Indonesian skunks exist, but are hidden in the name stink badgers. Interesting. They are mustelids like badgers, aren't they? Skunks, or are they just outside of
Skunks
mustelid?
are their own family, Mephididae.
That's right. You told me this the other day. Yeah.
And I don't remember if that includes stink badgers or not. It might. But I grew up thinking skunks were mustelids as well. I think
Yeah.
it's a relatively recent taxonomic change.
That would make sense.
Like maybe in the last decade or so.
Remember there was a Zoo Books issue that was like skunks, badgers, and honey badgers or something like that. Skunks, badgers, and weasels it must have been. And I've seen Wollemi pines. Yeah, they're very cool. Anteater eating ants. Those are some neat conifers. And then Straya. They're Musteloidea at least. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Jim.
Yeah.
Stegosaurs have got 4 fingers in the front and 3 toes in the back, right?
Oh, let's see. 3 in the back. Maybe 5 in the front. I'm not saying this lives on all of them.
Huh.
Yeah, and ankylosaurs have 5 too.
Yeah.
Except only like 3 little footsteps.
There was a squeaky Stegosaurus like toy at the store in Green River. It was so funny looking that I considered getting it, and then I almost pulled the trigger when I saw that. I thought it had the correct number of digits in front and back. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. But I don't know, if it turns out it doesn't have the correct number, then that's a definite no. I won't
Yeah,
get that.
most, Paleontologizing notice soils,
Uh-huh.
there's definitely a full. It's a good way to tell the stegosaur from the ankylosaur.
You said they definitely have 4? Huh. Oh, 4 in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And there's a couple, Pinoplosaurus may have 3.
Really?
Yeah, they may have 3 in front. I mean, it's pretty, that's some weird stuff.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
You don't normally hear about, like, members of the same clade like that having different numbers of digits. But...
Yeah, well, I think Bill Curry and Victoria Arbor described Pinacosaurus that had, I think, 4 on one front foot and 3 on the other or something.
Really?
Yeah, there's a definite number on the 2 feet.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
And that's published. That's out there.
Jeez.
Yeah, pretty bizarre. It's, want to be a little careful with characters like that.
Yeah. It's a pretty extreme example of individual variation when the same individual has a variance of characters. Intra-individual variation. Nematode says, is this stream sponsored by Estwing? Shoot, I wish. Yeah. Estwing rock hammers and picks and other items, they are some of the best you can get. I would happily take an...
Support the ankle burpee pouring.
Yeah?
Yeah, but they're from Rockford, Illinois, where...
That's right, yeah, where the headquarters is. I heard when, I think SVP or maybe another conference was there and they did a special tour of the Estwing production facility. Made in the USA. Rockford, Illinois. And Casey Snort wants to know, how many of the folks on the dig now got their start in museum volunteering, I wonder? Curious if everyone has done fossil prep / lab work before getting to the dig stage. Well, I don't know. Ethan, did you do field work first or lab work first?
Field work.
Field work first?
Yeah.
Interesting. You were like 13, right?
I was 2, yeah. I don't remember it. I was like before you started forming memories.
Yeah.
And I can only see from like 2 feet in front of your face.
They put him in his little jumper and bounced him around. And
Oh, that's my daughter. She spent her 6 or a couple months of her first year in a bouncy chair at a fore end of the shade car.
Really?
That's really cute.
That's adorable. See, what about you, Ken? Did you do lab work first or field work?
I did like the tiniest amount of lab work at Canyon City when they found the tibia and fibula, but no,
Nice.
even before that I was doing field work. So.
Oh, okay. So field work first. Nice.
Field work first.
Yeah, for you, Jim?
Yeah, reading a lot. I mean, I'm studying.
Yeah.
Stuff. But certainly field work before I had a chance to work.
Field was first for me as well.
Yeah.
Am I the only lab work first?
No, I did lab work first too.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Back in high school. Yeah. Back home in good old Berserkly.
I guess I've done non-paleo field work first, but
Oh yeah.
within paleontology,
You got-
lab work first.
Urinated on by all those turtles.
That's true.
studying turtle excrement. I mean, inadvertently. does not sound like the most fun field work.
It wasn't bad, but there were some parts that weren't fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I definitely don't regret it though.
Nice.
If I watch how you do this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was going to show you.
Oh, I'm looking. Okay.
David says, what's the must-have snack to have on a dig site? Oh, we were just kind of talking about this earlier.
Today I choose, but
Oh, yeah. There's those that Jeff brought. But, yeah, the food of the summer thus far seems to be Doritos. Nacho cheese. I get those Doritos. So, yeah, Frito-Lay, if you're watching. Sponsor us. You guys know that Doritos were invented in Disneyland? I'm not kidding.
of the piles of useless knowledge that I have, this is not amongst it.
I
Yeah?
think I've heard that somewhere. Maybe from you?
Yeah, probably. It's a fun fact. The concept for Doritos originated at Disneyland at a restaurant managed by Frito-Lay.
Was his name actually Frito?
I don't know. Yeah. The original product was made at the Casa de Fritos, now Rancho del Zocalo, at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, during the early 60s. Using surplus tortillas and taking original ideas from the traditional Mexican snack known as totopo, the company-owned restaurant cut them up, fried them, and added basic seasoning, resembling the Mexican chilaquiles, but in this case being dry. Yeah. They were really, really popular at the restaurant, and then, like, they saw widespread release, and they were a big hit. In 1966. Released nationwide. So there you go.
I just want Doritos.
I find that they only taste good in the field.
Really?
When I buy them at home, it's just like, this is not good.
This doesn't feel right. Where's the dust? Where are the ants all eyeing me hungrily? The ants around here really, really love Doritos. Stegosaurus plate Doritos Paleontologizing collab, says Dr. Ter. That would actually be pretty cool. Draw a Stegosaur with Dorito plates. That actually would be really neat to do, like...
Life-size Stegosaur with giant Doritos.
You could just draw a series of different Stegosaur genera and species, and each one's got plates that are different kinds of chips.
More spiky ones, you can use Cheetos.
There you go, yeah. Cheetos are the Thagomizer. Or the Kentrosaurus spines, yeah.
This abomination we created.
Hey, Frito-Lay, if you want to sponsor us, make that happen. Carnotaurus says, we'll get Danny a G Fuel sponsor and make him a flavor. Necromanti says, making someone a flavor sounds ominous. It does. Hope I would survive the process. Or maybe I wouldn't want to. Shoot.
Some things you can't come back from.
No, I was just picturing me like chained to a wall in some production facility. The tube is running out of me.
We could use a paleo mix where we mix a couple different kinds together.
There you go, yeah.
Delightful.
Delightful medley.
Delightful medley.
Cyanoacrylate flavor.
Mmm. Polyvinyl acetate.
Ungu or something.
Oh. That is thick.
It's definitely something.
It's definitely bad. We'll collect it.
Start finding some good bones, Fisher. Look for a good bone.
It's so hard. There's all these dinosaurs in here.
Oh, I got burned. Fisher the mammal guy.
You can tell because he drinks milk.
Mammal milk.
Did at one point.
And Charlie's Dragon, you can indeed buy dinosaur-shaped cookie cutters. And one of these days I'm going to do a stream where I design some dinosaur cookie cutters and then 3D print them and then do like a cookie baking stream with Lordy.
Probably correct cookie cutters.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're going to be as authentic as possible when you're doing a simple dinosaur silhouette shape.
No tails will be dragged.
Yeah. Made a coelacanth cookie cutter. Actually turned out really well. So I'll make some coelacanth cookies for this year's Fishmas celebration. December 23rd. Tune in.
Yeah, you got the map clipboard of
They're right behind you, Ken.
Oh, this one.
Is this the one I want? We shall see. Yes. Copyright this.
Thank you. jump right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Freelancer says, what's on December 23rd? Fishmas. Yeah, that's the day that Marjorie Courtney Latimer, in 1938, discovered a living coelacanth. Fish that was previously assumed to have been extinct. This whole group is thought to have gone extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period. More than 66 million years ago. Actually, back then I think they thought it was 65, but anyway, doesn't matter. The important thing is this fish was discovered alive. It turns out that there are representatives of that group that are still extant. They're still swimming around off the coast of southern Africa and in the Indonesian archipelago as well. So we talk about that every December. Why is this disconnected? Stupid thing.
Are there still no coelacanths known from the Cenozoic in the fossil record?
I don't think there are. Yeah.
So pretty long ghost lineage.
For sure. Yeah. No, they definitely took a big hit at the end of the Cretaceous. Oh, they probably took a big hit in the middle Cretaceous, right, Jim?
What's this?
Coelacanths?
Hey, what's this big scary dude?
Yeah, they did it pretty late.
Yeah.
The Cretaceous. I mean, there's big late Cretaceous ones in Niobrara, San Antonio,
Yeah.
Gulf Coast. So they probably made it to the end.
Hey, Danny,
Uh-huh.
we got a really big tarantula hawk over here.
Ooh.
Definitely. The last one.
Wow.
Deep water after that.
Beautiful.
What's beautiful?
Tarantula hawk, or some kind of
Oh.
parasitic wasp. The fly is biting me in the hands. That's a little robber fly? There's a robber fly.
Cool. Yeah, I want to say that there's a coelacanth known from like the Maastrichtian of Europe.
Are the extant ones like deep sea or?
Yeah, they go
Then
pretty
that-
deep. Yeah,
If they survive the Cape, is
they're not super
speculation.
deep, but they're they're deep enough. I think they're like
If they,
100 meters or something.
But if they survive KBG by being like just transferring to a lower
Maybe.
depth,
Yeah.
then they wouldn't fossilize as much.
Yeah, they might be the only ones that actually. It could be that like all the shallow water ones went extinct. Yeah, because as far as I know, there's none of them that are known from the Cenozoic, apart from the modern ones, obviously. Apart from the extant ones. Yeah.
All right, Jeff, I'm ready for you now.
And let's see here.
So we're gonna do.
That is funny, Dr. Helps, that they misspelled it, yeah.
So,
Well, maybe they wanted it to be more searchable.
what you want to do is,
And Gut says, when are you visiting the Science Museum of Minnesota? I will be at the end of October. The Society of Vertebrate Paleontology meeting will be going on in Minneapolis, just across the river,
just cover
over like Halloween weekend.
paper towel.
So
Usually I find
I'll be there. Yeah, I did a stream from there a few years ago, back in 2021, I think. And you can find that on YouTube. Yeah. And Rolo Tomosi says, do you ever find ancient human remains? Never. The rocks that we're digging in are way too old for that. So, these particular rocks here are about 142 million years old. And you don't even get ancient humans until maybe like just a few million years ago. You know, maybe 5 million years ago, something like
I
that.
can take a brush too and just give it a
Depends on what you consider human, I guess. But yeah.
doesn't have to be a complete
But yeah.
just a little separator so when they cut the
And
jacket
will I be able to meet you there? I can't guarantee that, Guts. I'm going to be really busy at that conference.
off,
So, yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're closing off the museum
and this guy,
to have a reception there for the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology, but I will be at TwitchCon this year. I just bought my tickets yesterday. So I'll be there at TwitchCon. It's in late September. Yeah. And Data says, do we know what the biggest dinosaur to roam the Earth was? Some kind of sauropod. Some sort of really big, long-necked, four-legged dinosaur. But since those guys are pretty much too big to ever be found complete, we don't have a super solid idea of what the biggest one was. But we know it's some kind of sauropod. Whether it's Argentinosaurus, whether it's Supersaurus, whether it's Alamosaurus, or somebody like that, we really don't know. Need more fossils.
TT's a little whimper, so when I do TT, I'll just put it on, and then if I put it in there, it's going to fall apart.
Fisher, what do you think the likelihood is that the largest ever terrestrial mammal was a proboscidean instead of a Parasaurothere? Because there's that one guy...
yeah. Paleoloxodon pneumaticus.
Uh-huh.
That's in contention. It's not known from very complete material, but neither is Paraceratherium, to my knowledge.
Right.
I believe the Paleoloxodon that we do have are juveniles, and they're still in contention to be super big.
Really? They're juveniles?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Or at least the species Pneumaticus.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we have adults of Rekier or something, but...
A little bone bean in here.
But yeah, I'd give it a good, like, 60-40 at
Really?
this point. I mean, that's not a super educated guess.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can only go off of fragmentary remains. But it's,
Sure.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities that proboscideans hold the record for the largest terrestrial mammals. Nice thin one? It seems pretty thin. Yeah, that's the one I've been using.
Nice.
You got used to it though?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to turn into anything. Just a little nugget, but just in case, I'm going to hit it with some glue. So let me show that to you, chat. And Casey Snowart says, when does Fisher start streaming so we can pester him with mammal questions? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I still have a lot to get sorted out before I consider that.
You know, Fisher's got to get into grad school, and then he's got to get a museum directorship and end up chartering a new university and becoming governor of a large estate. Run on the platform of changing the state land mammal. That'll be the winning issue.
Yeah.
Which state and which land mammal should they have?
Is it a question
Yeah.
for me? Which state are we talking about?
Yeah, which state are you going to become governor of on the...
Okay.
Your primary issue is changing the state
Land mammal?
land mammal, yeah.
How many states have state land mammals?
I don't know, you're the mammal guy.
I'm not familiar with any state land mammals. I know the national mammal is the bison, which seems appropriate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change that, I don't think.
The Copper River buffalo.
Let's see.
Big boy for this guy. Tree for this guy.
And Special Agent Bob. No, I saw that too. Yeah, that people have been talking about that paper all over the internet about the maximum adult size for Tyrannosaurus. There are rumors of extraordinarily large Tyrannosaurus specimens. There's one at Berkeley that it's like a metatarsal that would be maybe 20 to 30% larger than the other largest Tyrannosaurs we have so far.
Gloves, just because.
So, I don't know. But I think their methodology was they just looked at size variation in modern alligators, and then they tried to apply that kind of a schema to Tyrannosaurus.
Like rub it out.
And they said that, like, yeah, 1 out of every 10,000 might be, 50 feet long, 60 feet long, something like that, 70% larger in terms of mass. But,
I like it because if you're in the middle of it,
I don't know.
you do something. When you're done, you don't film off.
Yeah.
You don't get quite that.
And the grizzly bear is California's state mammal. That would be, is that true, Zook? Because if so, that's really sad, because they're extinct. California grizzly is, was hunted to extinction in the 20s. And notice I said extinction and not extirpation, because the California grizzly, Ursus arctos californicus, I think?
That would make sense.
Yeah. That particular subspecies was driven into extinction. So you could say that grizzly bears were extirpated from California, but the California grizzly was driven into extinction. Sorry, being real pedantic here, but
It's a good way to find an old site, but we try not to pretty inert and lasts a really long time.
yeah, let's see.
So we work on the
Anodyne Quinine says, do you ever worry that the dinosaur you're working on will wake up and eat your team before you can jacket it? I've never thought about that before, but now I'm terrified. Thank you. I will not be able to sleep tonight.
His sole job was
Yeah.
plaster out, but so we always
But yeah, and Gut says, Argentinosaurs will be shrunk. Remember this comment for the future?
that's when you have to
Try.
look and go, how much
Right now, if you were to ask,
how much water,
I don't know, if you were to survey
extra expansion.
dinosaur workers and ask them, like, what is the largest dinosaur that we have so far?
Having a little extra
If there were any kind of even a tentative consensus, it would probably be Argentinosaurus.
kind of a
Greg Paul published a paper
science part of it.
a while ago saying that, like, yes, Argentinosaurus is definitely bigger than Patagotitan, and I don't know. We need more material from it, though. Yeah. Bless you, Phil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is, so far, this is pretty much standard. Everybody will do a
Bless you. And
deal.
Raven Clan says, I lived in Utah for 40 years. He found an alligator scute in the Duquesne area of Fruitland.
We've always decided to
Interesting. Cool. And DC Chemics, I got this watch as a birthday present from my grandpa long time ago. Yeah, you really can't get these anymore.
Maybe it's just a heat thing, or
And Makeaway asks, is this tumbleweed country?
they do that stuff.
And then
Both yes and no.
Yeah, I know that some tumbleweeds, it's not really a clade, but some of them are invasive.
Some people will start mixing.
Jim knows
right
this
away.
story.
We usually feel it's better to just.
Yeah.
Then
Jim, do you get tumbleweeds around here?
Start reacting quicker than,
Yeah?
Russian thistle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally, it's so
Spread it
deep,
enough to
you
start
drive through them and you're blinded.
getting,
You're driving through 10 feet
so it
tumbleweed.
starts
Uh-huh.
making little islands on top.
Yeah, there are towns up by Salt Lake
Uh-huh.
that have been so buried in tumbleweeds, like to the rooftops.
Wow.
I mean, they're you ever been on YouTube? They're just.
Uh-huh.
They want to light some matches. The whole town.
Jeez. And how did the invasive Russian thistle get to the U.S.?
Grain.
It was a shipment of
People would buy
flaxseed.
Russian grain, and then it was in the crates.
I don't know if it was Russian grain. It first got noticed in like either North or South Dakota in like 1857.
Uh-huh.
Buffalo Bill.
By the end of the Civil War, like 67, it was all over the West.
Jeez.
It's pretty good at transporting itself.
Somebody told me once it was saddle blankets.
Yeah, it could have been seeds and saddle, because the way the seeds are.
Uh-huh.
It could have been saddle blankets, that they bought from Russia.
Yeah, you don't want it.
A lot of
too
things,
liquidy.
they didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah. You would think it would be like a huge genetic bottleneck if that were the case. If it's just like seeds in a saddle blanket, but
Yeah, no, I just try to
I don't know.
get each
Well,
little.
that's pretty much how a lot of invasives have been, things like that.
Yeah.
Plants are a lot more robust.
Yeah.
That way.
I think that was
And Will 8176 says, I heard about that tumbleweed storm over by West Jordan, if I recall.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that part of the world. Maybe a little
Yeah, and then
bit
pretty much
further
you
west
just get it
of
in there and try to get it
southwest of it, but
as
that's part of the
soaked.
state.
impregnated
It was
as
amazing
possible.
to see these pictures.
To see if you wait till later and start setting up.
No
it's
one
not
throw a
gonna soak in
cigarette butt out.
there. Just look for any parts that have some people do like little roll-up methods if they think they're going to have to like transport it or something.
Well, this bone doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Unfortunately. Here, I can show you a chat.
Yeah, and then you guys
Pick up the
can
camera.
Just put it up on top of there.
Yeah, and then just a little bit of, just want to have a little,
Here.
a little overlap.
Oh,
on
and we're
the
doing some
side.
jacketing over here.
And then
Nice.
what you don't want to do is like this, where I'd pull it tight. You pretty much once you get it on there, then you start in the middle and try to push it down as hard as you can. Just you don't want any air pockets. So that's what you want.
Jim's giving a little jacketing 101 lesson. And here's that bone that's far less exciting than I would like. So I pulled this piece of rock up, and then there's bone underneath there. And then here it is. This is probably not worth collecting. It's just going to be a little nugget. But I'm going to be extra careful. I've already glued it, so it doesn't fall apart. We'll dig around a little bit, see if it goes anywhere. But I'm guessing that's probably the full extent of it. And it's just a little, little nugget of bone. Nothing diagnostic, unfortunately.
Just a little light. Yeah, maybe get that one over there. I'll just have this.
Yeah. Anywho.
No, like further down.
Yeah, on the bottom.
Thank you, Dr. Hubbs. Connecticut and Rhode Island state mammals are marine, so they need state land mammals. So would you want to be governor of Connecticut or Rhode Island? Fisher? Which one do you prefer?
They're both so small. Let's see.
Not fit for a king.
Yeah.
A little bit. Where do you need it?
Too paltry for a mammal king.
Sure.
Also, Idaho, Indiana, New Jersey, and North Dakota have no state mammal of
Idaho
any
should be the
kind.
Hagerman horse.
Yeah, that's already their state fossil,
Yeah.
as the Hagerman's horse, yeah. California has both a state terrestrial mammal and a state marine mammal.
That's cool.
Do you know what the state marine mammal is?
I guess the gray whale.
That's a good guess, but
Seal.
no. Nope.
Seal.
The California sea lion.
Oh yeah, Xylophus californianus. Bubba bingo.
And then the land mammal I'm going to guess is an antelope ground squirrel.
I don't know. Let me look that up.
There's a little light on this.
California state mammal is the California grizzly, really?
Okay. Didn't someone say that in chat anyway?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why.
That's
I
disappointing
associated
that
with
it's one that's extinct.
Could be alright. Not the most beautiful.
Wait, California gray whale was designated the state marine mammal in 1975? What? I thought it was the California sea lion. Marine mammal. Yeah, it's the gray whale. What? Huh. I've always heard it was the sea lion. Do you know what our state marine reptile is?
It's gonna be some sort of turtle. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the leatherback, but I don't know about the range of turtles.
Bingo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very cool.
Let's do it. Yeah, ideally I would have a little extra stuff.
Yeah. Care Bear Bonfire says Fisher can be governor of my heart.
Uh-huh. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, I don't know if I have the personality to be a governor.
No?
I do love to lie.
How do you feel about corruption? You into it?
Yeah. Dig if you can get it.
On the side.
Yeah? I'd vote for you for governor, Jim. I'd vote early and often. And Texas has 2 state mammals. The longhorn and the 9-banded armadillo.
Well, the longhorn's not a native mammal.
Right. They're imported from England?
I don't know where they originate.
I want to say they're from England
it's
originally.
a European cattle.
Yeah.
A taurine cow, as opposed to a zebu.
Right. Oh, and that's fun. Yeah. One of the state mammals of North Carolina is the Virginia opossum. It's like the state bird of Utah is famously the California gull.
Do you have any tape?
There's definitely some in... I think there's some in there, and if not, there's definitely some in the big action packer. Yeah. Should be like a roll of tan masking tape floating around. Yeah.
Under this one? Any little skin that's on there. So what this is, it's actually next to this one.
Vote early and often, then move to New Jersey, which has no land mammal.
I don't know what.
Ooh, there we go.
I think it's got to be so long. It's got this big flange that bends, and it's got this hook in the ridge. It's just like nodding like that. But yeah, talk about pretty clean. So I think I will some of this. I just hate first break. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll pop that out. It's only a little straight.
Every state should also have a state non-mammalian mammalia form.
I don't know if we have enough of those in different states.
I think it is kind of cool when like a state has a state symbol for like a thing that other states can't have. It's like having a state marine mammal. It's like, you know, haha to everybody who's landlocked. But then you could always have a fossil marine mammal. So I don't know, it's also an invitation to
I
creativity.
think Alabama's state fossil is Basilosaurus.
It is, yeah. Which should also be its state marine mammal. Although Alabama has coastline though.
I think there was some in here.
Alabama has a very small amount of coastline.
Yeah, but still. Everybody flocks to the beaches of Alabama. Texas could have Dimetrodon for non-mammalian mammalia. Are they mammalia forms?
Not even close.
Yeah, they're like basal synapsids.
Mammalia forms only refer to the sister group to mammals. So that's going to be like Morganeucodonts and Docodonts and stuff.
Therefore, that would be Cynodon.
This is that one
Yeah.
little.
Cynodonts, and there's a bunch of different kinds of Cynodonts, and then Mammalia forms are kind of Mammalia morphs, which are a kind of, I think, Probananathid.
Yeah, Mighty Morphin Mammal Rangers.
Could be the state Paleosaur, though.
It could be.
But, you know,
Yeah,
and of course, because nobody likes a Daphosaurus. So.
I like a Daphosaurus a
Source
lot.
isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yep. There's Sphenocodon as well.
Barely turn over.
Now, are they Paleosaurs still? Or
Yes.
did they change it? Okay.
Sphenocodon is the namesake of Sphenacodontia, which is the
Yeah.
group that includes Dimetrodon and other therapsids. Well, not other therapsids, just therapsids.
It's the one that looks remarkably like a Dimetrodon, just
With
without a
no
sail.
sail,
Right?
yeah.
The skull is very Dimetrodon-like.
Is that more basal or
It's not more basal, it just doesn't have a sail.
Huh.
I mean, they're from the same
time?
same
no sail?
formations, yeah.
Oh, really? They're coeval?
Oh,
Same,
so, yeah.
same size, both?
grab you.
No, Sphenocodon's smaller.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there are Dimetrodon species that are smaller than it, but the largest Dimetrodons are much larger than the largest Sphenocodon.
Never mind.
The other part.
Where does Cassia fit in there with its
the
tiny little head?
The most basal of synapsids.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Cotylorhynchus,
That's a caseid. Or
which is a
caseus-
Cassia. Okay.
Caseosaur.
Those are fun. It really seems like they just decided to get really big, and then they were just a little late in embiggening their heads. Like the body is just expanding really rapidly as they evolve, and the head hasn't caught up yet.
Casey's, are they basal synapsids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of, if not the most basal groups of synapsids.
Shoot, that idea would seem to make a lot more sense too if Cotylorhynchus was like a really, really common animal. If they just like exploded into a new niche and
Well, they kind of did. Terrestrial herbivore.
yeah, so they're just everywhere all of a sudden, and like they got super big without their head getting a chance
Well,
to get
you
big.
need to, enlarge in the gut in order to process
Yeah.
plant material. So,
Gotta embiggen that torso.
not much need for, crazy cephalization there.
What's the current thought about like the turnover between like Pelycosaurs and Gorgonopsians? And
Well, Gorgonopsians show up pretty late into the Permian. So they're the latest Permian. But we get like Dinocephalians and more basal therapsids replacing Pelycosaurs around the middle Permian. So like Guadalupean epoch. And then at the end of the Guadalupean, the Dinocephalians go out and you replace them with Gorgonopsians as the top predators on land.
so it's a more
More
transitional-
Dicynodonts as herbivores, a lot more Pariasaurs as well, though they were also present earlier on as well. There's a pretty significant extinction event in the middle of the Permian that wipes out Dinocephalians.
R.I.P. those Dinocephalians.
Terrible heads.
Yeah. A little disappointed I haven't found many good bones in here yet. Just little nuggets here and there.
Do we know if it's the bed is dipping
It
as
might
we go
be.
south?
Anything
I feel like Ethan is getting things higher than I am.
Yeah.
So we can pretty much map.
well, so like you just found something up here
Here, yeah.
on mine. So this right here is that level, but it goes from being an inch to what,
Oh yeah. Look at how that
3-4
thickens up.
inches, and then goes stays about that thick the rest of the way through. So.
Huh.
Because this is the same all the way through, and that just varies from that to that. And
At the end of the map, I just kind of showed that. Cool.
The vagaries of microstrat. Yeah.
Yeah, this fell out and it fallen out long enough that when I found it, I was like, oh, no, let's go. So I'll remeasure this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got a few loose ones.
Oh shoot, Dinosaur Dave, if we played that game, Fisher would blow us out of the water. Name one Therapsid, then the next person names one, keep going until you can't think of any more.
Oh,
I already lost.
Well,
No.
but
sure you can get some.
Hang on.
I mean, does that count?
is
mammals?
Therapsida a clade? Yeah,
Yes.
or a grade?
Well, it's a clade. People
So-
usually talk about it as if it were a grade, but it
Yeah.
is a clade.
It is a clade, okay.
Yeah,
So we
they're
could just
talking
mention
about
any
not
mammal.
a million therapsids when they talk about therapsids.
Yeah.
I could just name 60 species of beaked whale, you know?
You saw the alternative picture.
I don't think there's actually 60, there's like 20, but yeah. Yeah.
The beaked whale.
The beaked whale. Oh, Mesoplodonts.
I don't know, it's something cool though. It probably is a very young one.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, when I went on the little sailing adventure thing, Fisher, I asked the marine mammal expert if she'd ever seen a beaked whale, and she said, no, they're very pelagic. They live far out to sea. She knew exactly what I was talking about. Much better than the guy you were talking to, yeah.
What was the guy Fisher talked to? Was like, what's a beaked whale?
He's like, you mean
I'm not familiar. Do you mean dolphin?
You mean one of them dolphins?
No, I mean a zyphiid.
You found the guide operator that wanted to see a beaked whale, as opposed to the one that didn't know they existed. So.
Yeah,
I
she was cool.
I kind of knew that the answer was no, but I wanted to test the guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that was, a bit rude of me, but.
No, I'm sure he didn't. He wasn't like, oh man, this guy's really showing me up. Talking about zyphiids and soplodonts and, odontocetes. The woman who was the mammal guide on that little sailing thing, she was a longtime volunteer at the Marine Mammal Center in Sausalito. Yeah.
Like in 3 weeks, a bunch of weird little black bones like these that used to be pretty well preserved.
Her favorite critters are the otters.
You may have found a trail of our theropod here, if that's what this is. Because it's like really small, thin, delicate black bones. And then this thing looks like
potential theropod over there. That's exciting. And hey, Science Streams, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. The ants are far less on one today. So thank you for talking to them, Belinda. I appreciate it.
It wasn't cloudy enough for them to want to be out.
Yeah.
It was too hot. There's a few around.
But if anyone watching right now is not yet following Science Streams, you are missing out. So Balint and his wife Lita are both molecular and systems biologists, and they stream here on Twitch. Really, really cool, interesting streams. They do a lot of very diverse, varied content. Everything from art to microscopy to Q&A, and a lot of IRL stuff too. Walking around, going to zoos and aquariums and aquaria, botanical gardens and stuff like that.
Pop that cap and take it tomorrow.
even though
And I was thinking actually.
I'm giving it 3 numbers.
Oh, yeah, no, no.
I gotta write 3 numbers on it, sorry. I was doing the specimens and all of a sudden I was all telling me one back. I'll just write on the jacket.
I think it's probably getting close to quitting time anyway. But tomorrow that can definitely come out. We'll have to wrap it out. We got 15 minutes though. Nice work.
Is that bone nugget coming connected to anything? Ask Quixotic Odyssey. So far, it's not going anywhere.
Is that chatted?
What's that? Ah. And, yeah, but we'll see. I'm trying to kind of pop it out right now. With limited success. But, let me take a real crack at it here. Oh, it does kind of continue.
Oh, man.
Kind of triangular in cross section. Could be rib. I don't know. fine tools.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey HD, so much nom nom. V Phoenix, good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Yeah. And Pipper Pappers noticed the big bag of high chews. Oh yeah. Have all the mango ones been depleted from that?
What color are the mangoes?
Yellow.
There's a purple one.
There are several. Oh, no, sorry, red are the ones I was looking for. Nice. I can take your wrapper.
It's basically the same way, yeah. Yeah. Leopard is just like,
And Igor and the Jaxes, hi from Berlin, Germany. Hello from middle of nowhere, Utah, United States of America. We're kind of near the town of Moab here. But I hope where you are is a lot cooler than here, in terms of temperature.
even though it's called a laboratory.
Oh, you kept those.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah.
Well, get enough to do.
You ever get to do any prep?
I did not
HD says Fisher looks just like Rambo in that headband.
Yeah,
There you
bright,
go.
hot pink.
Built a lot like him too.
Hot pink and
Just
super gray style.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Just like Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
Built for war.
Digging up mammals here. Digging up fossils. That's my Stallone. It's terrible.
That's your half your face is paralyzed.
Yeah, and it's like,
Impression?
you don't even notice it's there unless you walk by.
Is that true, Stallone?
Yeah, the whole.
We'll get this all tomorrow and then we'll get these bad boys out of here. It's pretty exciting. I don't know what anything is,
I wonder what the scar tissue that kneecap is like.
if the birds all share, it's the painful union.
And let's see.
Not the only one.
Have I done any international digs? I've not yet, Data 500. Not yet.
Problem is, they might not let them back in the country.
There you go. Jim's got my number.
Federal agent.
Let's see. But also, everyone knows Starbursts are better than Haichu. I don't know. I'd be inclined to disagree. I think I like Haichu better.
Definitely better. You can.
What, Starburst?
Yeah.
They don't have mango flavor.
Give them time.
Hot cheese are pretty tasty. I think that's right.
It's almost time to take a break for the evening.
What's this?
It's almost time to take a break for the evening.
Fisher wanted to work longer today, so
Well, I suggested that yesterday in case we had to leave early because of the lack of shade, but I don't know. I'd work longer.
One couple of shades up.
Shoot, this summer in Wyoming, Fisher worked until like 11 p.m. at Turtle Hill every night.
This is not true. I think I worked like a 12 or 13-hour day once.
Yeah.
You guys
It was like 9 p.m., right?
6 every night.
Yeah, I think it was like 9:30 when we were.
Which is cool. I know you were looking forward to that.
And then, yeah, last year we worked a couple of really long days at the end.
When
Yeah.
I was young, I very often liked to
I
work
remember
at
one of those because I think I took off before you did the super long day. Yep, and that sort of bone nugget just terminates right there, it looks like.
I'd walk out the long day, or was I gone?
I think you might have been gone. This is like, and when it was just Ethan, myself, Quinn, and Eric, we were doing like 12-hour days for like 3 or 4 days in a row.
We get some strong bodies here with some jackets.
There we go, and it just stops right there, but it might still be worth collecting.
Take mine if it's 50 to be drawn.
It's interesting. Comes to a sort of a point like that.
just like a tiny little bit too little plaster.
Yeah.
This guy was a little thin. I think it's fine. It just we used it for more soft stuff.
Goes like that,
Yeah. Pretty heavy jacket.
and that goes there. So if I just remove some of this rock.
I know for what's in there.
Here, I can use my special chemical here called agua.
You want the numbers?
Well, I'm going to use some agua.
What?
Soften up this rock along here.
And do it when it's on the tailgate.
Good.
There we go. Nice.
I have to admit, I am not a fan of these suspenders. Got 2 pairs of them and they just fold up and stay folded.
They're pretty orange, though.
Yeah. No, it was fun. We were filming with BBC. You know, they always wanted you to wear this. We had to wear the same shirt for 12 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So did they buy you 12 identical shirts?
No, we had to wash them every night. And they washed them a couple times, you know, water
Okay.
that way. But here, get us your shirts. You know? And which is stupid. It's like it's obvious. I mean, there's days that are rainy. I mean, it's just like it's like obviously this is not all the same day.
Man, these guys are hardcore. They're digging for 2 weeks straight, no sleep, not changing at all.
The beards don't grow.
Yeah. No, it'd be really funny if you had like a mustache.
Oh
one
yeah,
day
no,
and then
I got
mustache.
grizzly over the course of it. Yeah, wearing the same shirt every day. I just thought it was so stupid. You know, you can just say, and the next day
That's funny.
they did this,
I wish I could have been
and
out
then they
there.
rested.
No, you don't, man.
now you're glad you
We're glad it was so horrible. It was a great dig. I mean, no, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I wish I could have been there for that at
Yeah,
least.
no, you got to do it next year.
Stupid contract.
It's an incredible site.
Next year, I guess. Again, the British Broadcasting Corporation's got an exclusive media contract, apparently. So I'm not allowed
Until
to be
they
out
show
there.
it.
Yeah.
And you can all see it on PBS next summer
Nice.
with extra footage unique to us.
Do they actually have commercials on the BBC?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. This one. There's a commercial one, there's a non-commercial one.
Oh.
2 main channels
Huh.
on BBC. I guess this is on the commercial one.
Where do our tape go?
The big screwdriver? Oh, no, I haven't.
clear.
No, I like that one too.
And they only have commercials for their own programming, never for products. Okay.
Hold on a second. I memorize the numbers.
Well, because of those commercials, UK viewers are going to miss out on 15 glorious minutes of Jim and Don and everybody else. Josh Lively.
185 to 187. Ethan, you can do that.
Count to 185?
Right, on with that big jacket.
Yeah, sure.
I just don't want to try to squat down there.
All right. So here, let me show you, chat, before I wrap this up.
It's EW 185.
I've got
185 to 180.
Let's pick the camera up.
And 187. 5, 6, and 7.
Put that right here.
Three specimens.
Man, there's not a glass spot on this thing.
Okay. So this came out in 3 little pieces, which is actually kind of ideal for wrapping up. There was the very top of it. Pop this rock off, and then whoop, a bone there. Here is the middle of it right here. So it's got kind of an interesting triangular cross section right there.
We definitely want to get.
And then
early stage, which says that.
here we go. There's the very bottom. I'll actually hit this with some glue so it doesn't fall apart. But yeah, it's got an interesting, like, kind of keeled shape to it. I'm gonna glue it so it doesn't disintegrate, and I'll show you in more detail. And hang on, why is that a yellow indicator light? What's going on with that? Weird. Oh well.
I was surprised to see 2 things under that quadrate. Yeah, oxbow and a iguanodont.
Oh, nope, this is water. Good thing I didn't use
Well,
it.
that's pretty good.
Wait, okay, so this is 220?
Yeah, it's one Don's. So you got 2 femurs, huh?
So that means, so you, these were numbered before that came out then, right? That explains the discrepancy in the...
Better.
Oh yeah,
Two femurs.
you know that.
Yeah, I just gave that the number this
When I was mapping it, like
Sure.
That's actually
Just making sure.
like a newbie,
Yeah,
I put numbers on the.
this is the highest.
just making sure our numbers are consistent, just because they're so different, so...
But by doing that, I get a little more data.
Sure,
and
yeah.
Then
No,
one
yeah.
package.
I'm just trying to double check. Okay, I'll probably have one of you go out, because I have no
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The pubis is pointing like straight toward me, expanding. Then there's just a mystery spread.
There's a middle. It's like a circle in the middle, right?
Yeah. Looks like a big fragment or something. Take a look at the picture.
I think that was just a little round circle.
Yeah, it's not that little, but still.
Well, I mean, it doesn't.
I can't label it, it's just so long.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And then the other one...
Goes from about there, and you know, the.
Is this?
The big
Yeah,
blade
not
looks like
quite
it-
that wide, but yeah.
How's that?
That's good enough on the open jacket. A little fat.
Well, you want them more...
No,
than
it's
you want.
okay. It's,
Yeah.
it gives us a sense where it
They're
is.
too big.
see.
or just more.
Go too crazy. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a reasonable amount of acreage.
Oh, yeah.
Conservative jacket, so it's.
Perfect.
There are 2 good bones in that jacket.
Nice.
Labeled.
It's good enough, unfortunately. Could have used a little more
That's
smooth.
the top.
Yeah, I had 2 fingers.
Middle right here.
That's right under this one.
Yeah.
Nice foot.
I guess we can start packing her up.
What was the
How can you tell what part of the dinosaur you find? Usually we find the bones, Ern Dog.
Remember that bone out there?
No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that's an earnest question. Well, it's a thing called osteology. We study bones so we can identify what different bones are.
Hey, how do car junk dealers You know, you need a 54 Ford radiator.
Yeah.
They go to the pile and they flip the radiators, and here's a 54 Ford radiator. I mean, these car guys learn this stuff. We learn this stuff.
That's a good analogy. I like that, Jim. I'm going to have to steal that.
I mean, it's amazing. You know.
Yeah.
You know, mechanic types, they know that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't identify one of those things and put it down in my head.
Straight into the ground.
I don't know if we have to cover today.
What's this?
I don't think we have to cover today.
No, I don't think so.
It's not a
That's
positive.
good.
I think the weather thing.
And then this is a metacarpal here's a complete Oma form.
Now, if you can talk, we had a burlap or
Good tangle
okay.
going on.
Hey, does anybody want to talk about
Big
it?
stuff over here, small stuff over there. All important.
Where's the Oma?
It's under here.
You don't get to see it.
Is that a second ulna or is that your first one?
That's that big one.
The one? Okay, yeah, I photographed that.
Is there a bone underneath you then? Or is that
This thing? Yeah, I don't know what it is yet.
All right,
Yeah,
top,
they're
middle.
showing 0% chance of rain.
For the root?
Today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 2% on Saturday.
Oh.
Watch out.
Yeah.
2% Sunday, 6 Monday. I mean, they don't know that. So I think it's going to be a dry week.
Yeah. Too wild.
Hopefully you won't have a dry
Bone
hole.
pain off.
bone jam?
Bone jam.
Come on, Mr. Bojammy.
I want bone jamming with you. Bone jamming. Whoops.
This is when we should be eating dinner at 4 or 3. We're coming back out. Before we go to bed. That's what we kind of did out at Gaston. That was on a west-facing slope. And it would get so hot there, glue bottles would blow up.
Jeez.
The acetone start boiling. Because it was kind of reflected in. It was on V-shape. It was incredibly nasty.
Is that where,
But there was no sun till afternoon on it because it was, it was so steep there.
right.
But the afternoon, boy, it was a solar oven.
Is that where Gastonia is from?
Yeah, in Utah Raptor. First Utah Raptor.
Alright.
I think it's still going in. It's safe. 6 Gastonia. At least 6 partial skulls. 2 big, beautiful skulls. 4 partials. Not bad. It's like locality.
Okay. And Bubsy says, are undiagnostic bone nuggets still useful for enhanced sampling? You mean histology? Generally, no. But there are certain things you could use them for. Maybe isotopic stuff, potentially? I don't know. It's usually teeth would be better.
It really helps to know what element you're looking at.
Yeah.
And often rather cortical bone than,
You don't really know what animal you have if you
Yeah,
bone nugget.
yeah, you have no
That's a good
info.
point, yeah.
People hate the thought that you throw chunks of bone away. It's like, you can't identify it.
It's not useful, yeah.
It's an animal.
Uh-huh. Well, I had people in chat ask me, like, well, are you just throwing all this rock away? We're supposed to haul all of this back to Salt Lake? Like, 16
Market
tons?
value of mudstone.
What do you
We look closely.
Another
There aren't
bone
many
and
good straight teeth in it, so we don't need to watch.
Ethan's picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah.
you guys are doing this in the lab, you'd want to get paid for it. So out here, we'll get you for free.
Yeah.
Now, if we had a more inviting lab, I think we'd have volunteers.
More inviting lab manager.
Yeah, well, we'll go through security, and people like working in a lab that's got a more social situation.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, Denver, you know, they got a huge waiting list.
Mm.
They do.
And they make them train, and you know, 'cause they don't want to get people coming in and then not showing up, abusing the space privilege. But yeah, Denver, you got a big population. You saw Lake, you know, they turn them down too. Yeah, they've only got so much space.
One of the reasons I stopped working at the MOR lab is just they got too restrictive about security and everything. It's like, you know, you got to sign in, you got to do this, got to check in with the police department, you've got to do a background check. This is after I'd been volunteering with them for years, and they're like, oh, well, we have an official volunteer program now.
Well, the AM&H has gotten
and
real different now.
Yep.
You know, they just give me the keys. You know, have fun.
Yep.
You know, just have the keys to the AM&H for a week or two, and I'd be back there doing research. Go in and out anytime I wanted.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, when you treat your volunteers like convicts, it's not a good vibe. Yeah.
Well, if you could have passed the background check, it wouldn't have meant
That's why you can't leave the country.
Yep.
No, that's why he drives up, because he can't get on an airplane.
Exactly, yeah.
Flies under the assumed name of Andy Danduza.
Come back next year, like, you're looking at Miguel Sanchez. Lionel Hutz is no more.
And here come the ants.
Oh, ant time?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's
Smell Doritos.
Here, have some water.
You mess up and do the glue instead. Oh, God!
I labeled it pretty well. Well, I did label it in Spanish, but still. Yeah, have some of that. Tell your friends. I did not get a chance to peek at those shorts yet, Claire Burr. I will... Shoot, let me make a note of that so I remember tomorrow. These are short videos, not, you know, short shorts. There we go. And a note. I'll make sure that happens. Cool. And lemonade, I wasn't trying to drown the ants. It was just, you know, a little spritz of water for them. Water is hard to come by out here.
An ant torture. Why they're gonna shrink you down?
So they can get their revenge.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind to ants. if I have time to map them. Maybe I'll do that in the morning. I'm guessing we'll probably split from here pretty quick.
On this side, this pretty much this well, you saw that one in there.
0% chance of
Yeah, I figure I'll start working this way down. Start getting into jackhammer mode sooner than we probably would suspect.
I'm burning through this stuff.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything over here. Disappointing.
You know, and I think what happens is you go into these barren spots, and then all of a sudden you get into another rich area.
Yeah.
And my got more. We had a big stretch that was pretty poor,
Keep dreaming.
and there was like a slight hump apparently, and because that's one of those quarries with so much bone. That you take a whole season to get one bone out. They're big
Maybe
bones.
It's supposed to go way into the hillside, right?
Yeah, it's a
be
huge
back
site.
pull
Put some jackets up.
load some jackets in.
Sweet. Jackets in the truck, and you want me to get that car out of the way? So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we can help
I think the keys are sitting on the console. More people jumping the top jacket down. Jacket. Don, are you wanting to get that top jacketed?
Lemnine says this must be in a place where the sun don't shine. Now the sun definitely does shine here. We are just very much protected from it by these wonderful shade tarps here.
Yeah. Yeah, give a little view vista of the sun, the blue.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, blue skies are forever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sky looks fake.
Yeah, but
We're
these
in a
shade
green
tarps really make things easier.
But yeah, it's blue everywhere.
It's like not a cloud in the sky today.
And apparently all week.
It's gonna be hot. Yeah.
Well, the temperature they say is going to be just like this all the time.
Okay.
Flat.
So just 96
Yeah.
every day.
Little breeze.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
That's actually very doable.
With shade.
Yeah. Pleasant even.
Shade is good.
Oh yeah. Essential on here. That's nice. Last week it was a lot hotter, so this will be good.
Station in there, he's in the back up. What's that? Truck. Number 11 to it.
It could be worse. Could be 97. There you go. Yeah.
And you get the big ones in first. That one's going to take a couple of That's why priority is going to be
So
important.
can you grab that jacket there? Yeah. Thanks, man.
Now those we should get an empty tub. Do we have an empty tub? We just put the little bags in a tub. No, we'll put it in a box in camp. I'll lose the tub.
Can we go outside?
Yeah, maybe take your tub or. Okay, there's an. Yeah,
Plaster.
that's good enough. It's not gonna hurt. Yeah, we got all of this. Couple more little things.
Erndog says museums hire crews to this. So we're working with the Utah Geological Survey here, collecting these specimens for science, and they will be officially reposited in Salt Lake City at NHMU, the Natural History Museum of Utah. Most of us on this crew are volunteers here, but Jim, Don, and Ethan work for UGS, for the Utah Geological Survey. And so, yeah, this is their job. But I am volunteering here. Fisher is volunteering here. Ken and Phil and Jeff are volunteering here. Because there's not much of a budget to speak of to get paid or anything. I'm really lucky to be here. I can get paid through Twitch, you know, through these broadcasts. That's how I make my living. But I'm here working, you know, for free for the good of the science. Yeah. And let's see. What happens if you find a dead body? I mean, you found many in here from iguanodontian dinosaurs. But you're talking about like a human body? We're not going to find it in rock like this, because that would mean that it's 140 million years old. You know, we're digging in, you know, bedrock here. But, you know, there have been paleontological crews that have found human remains, recent human remains, out near their campsite or something like that. It's not unheard of, and yeah, that means you call the police. But I've never been on a crew that's happened to, nor do I think maybe I know one or two people. I think Glenn Storrs was telling us about that. That happened on one of his crews once. What's the most dangerous alive animal you've ran into while in the field? Probably a moose. Yeah. When I was working in the frontier formation of southwest Montana, right down by the Continental Divide, right by the Idaho border. I got up at like 6 in the morning once to go to the bathroom, and then kind of felt like I was being watched, and I turned around, there's this big female moose just staring at me like 20 feet away. Kind of, I guess, wondering what I was, and she realized I wasn't a threat, and she walked off. But moose will, they'll mess you up if they feel like it. It'd be dangerous. But I don't know, it was cool. I didn't really feel like I was in danger. And then I've encountered rattlesnakes and stuff like that too. We had like 3 rattlesnakes come into camp last few days of last summer here. I think there were 2 in camp, and then there was 1 right next to my tent. Little faded pygmy rattlers. But they were really pretty. So I went and grabbed my snake stick and picked them up and put them in a little plastic crate and walked them down the road. Let them go.
Alright guys, let's decarb.
Alright. Time to wrap this up. Sorry.
Nice to get paid by Haichu. Just say Haichu.
Yeah, you never know, Don. The legs may be shorter when you get back. I guess we're just going to assign Fisher to middle chalk duties. I can't eat you.
We could just stand on an action packer and get them.
I'm not me.
Oh, we can.
That's opposed to Don would be upset.
You can try to. We
They
took
do
him out.
pretty
We got
bad.
him lower.
Not supposed to sit on him either.
We keep popping him out.
Alright. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay.
Oh, that.
Well, thanks for tuning in today, everybody. I appreciate it very much. Hope you had a good time. Hope you learned something. Hope you've got a better sense for how we as paleontologists do our work in the field. I hope you're excited to come back tomorrow, because with any luck, we'll be streaming again. Same time, same place. Hopefully we'll have some brand new bones to show off, too. Didn't find too much today, but tomorrow's another day. I got a good feeling about tomorrow. Alright. Put this over my shoulder, and let's find somebody to raid into here. Let's see who else is on. There we go. Alvea Sanctuary. Yogurt Garrel. Let's go right into Yogurt Garrel, who's a friend of the channel here. And she is doing... Oh, she's building a dinosaur out of Legos. Well, well, well. An avian dinosaur, no less. A kingfisher. So we will go tune into Yogurt Garrel. And let's see. Make sure there's no underscore. Good. Spell her channel name correctly. Raid Yogurt Garrel. There we go. Beautiful. Well, thank you everybody again for being here. Thank you for your questions, as always. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your viewership and for your financial support too. I couldn't be out here if we didn't have generous folks supporting the channel and making all of this possible. So thank you for that. I am, as always, forever grateful. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll be streaming again tomorrow from the same site, as long as all the equipment works. You never know out here in the desert, but so I don't want to make any promises. Might not be kept, but I think we'll be out here. Yeah, until then, everybody, you take care of yourselves, and let's go raid Yogurt Garrel. I'll see you there. Bye-bye. All right, wrap up the stream.